That's no move. We are actually out of Kansas City. We are improvisers. We improvise all over Kansas City. We also travel the country. We are part of the Mid-Coast Improv family of improvisers, so I encourage you to go to midcoastimprov.com, like Mid-Coast Improv on Facebook, like That's No Moon on Facebook. What we're actually doing today is a special format we created, and this is going to be our debut of it. That's No Cape, an Improvised Super-Hero Movie. You probably don't see a movie screen here because we don't have one. We are going to create that movie using just our bodies and our minds. That means we're going to be the characters, we're going to be the dialogue, we're going to be the special effects, the sound effects, the costumes, the props. If I say, I want to do a camera angle, if I say, we see the superhero, super close to the superhero looking intently at the supervillain. That is what that means. So, I'm going to go ahead and get started because we really base this off what you give us. So we're going to get started with a suggestion from you. I would like any song lyric that does not have the word baby in it. Never gonna give up. That is so close to having baby in it. I almost want to get to that, but
John, you can't just add extra rules
That
on
song
it.
does not use the word baby in it anywhere.
fine. It's Thank you. Never gonna give you up.
Thank you.
We open up on like a desert plain. We see wind just shooting sand throughout it. We open up, we see a small little hut. There's a man inside of it sitting on a log. He has a mask covering his face, but like piercing blue eyes and like this beautiful like swoopy emo haircut.
Behind him, we hear evil chanting.
Sitting right next to him, there is a younger man banging on a Congo drum.
Well, we see this man has like bright green hair, but it's in the form of like dreadlocks coming up and over him. They're very long and they drape past his knee. He's wearing some kind of knee pads with like sharp knives on them, protruding up. And then he has a shirt for the Smiths.
We cut from here to a newspaper office in a big city. You see a very, very immaculate view of the city behind them in the glass windows. The office is just absolutely spotless, looks just like the most expensive newspaper or magazine.
There's just open desks everywhere, paper strewn about them. Every desk you see that there's a typewriter. People are working feverishly away on these typewriters in the 75.
The camera zooms into the editor's office. It's a giant walnut desk, beautiful, it's like 18th century. Behind it is an aging man. He's smoking a cigar with gray hair.
The cigar is beautiful. It's a Cuban cigar. $500. And right next to it is a brass ashtray in the form of an elephant. This is antique.
The smoke that is coming out of the cigar, it is just beautiful. And it looks like something that would be hanging on the Louvre wall in France.
He's writing a letter with a pen that is more expensive than your car. I guarantee it.
He has a tie on, and there's like a knot that, like it's not even physically possible to tie. It's so elaborate. It looks like a piece of origami just strung on his shirt.
Standing next to the man is a young boy. He's very thin. He has messy hair that's in his eyes. In his hand, he's holding a stack of newspapers.
These are very cheap, lame papers. It's made out of that like recycled paper that's still brown, so you want to use it because it's recycled, but you feel bad because it looks like just shabby paper.
On the corner of it, there's a small drawing of himself, like really loosely drawn in like a ballpoint pen. He also has a tattoo of that same thing on his arm protruding slightly underneath it.
We cut to a laboratory. There is that bad, like, black-top laboratory table here with metal posts standing up with medical equipment on it.
There's a Jacob's ladder that has been seen in several other movies, zapping electricity up and doing whatever it is that Jacob's ladder does.
There are different colors of Post-it notes stuck all over the lab with really mundane reminders like pick up laundry or let the dog out.
Standing behind one of the tables, mixing vials and feverishly working away is a 20-something lady.
She has like her hair pulled back in a ponytail, like a high ponytail, and she has on these like cat eye glasses. Like she's obviously stunningly attractive underneath here. She has one of those blue cape tart things that they wear in labs, the blue ones.
You see in her hand, she has different Bunsen beakers filled with different colored liquids, and she's pouring it into a pan filled with Post-it notes.
The actress is so attractive, but they've done so many things to make her look horrible, from the lighting to the visuals that they have on her. The glasses are so thick, the clothing is just so matronly. But you have seen her in the Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue for 7 years running now. And you can't get that out of your mind.
We cut to black as the title comes up on the screen. Post-it Man!
We cut back to the opening desert scene.
The men go restless. Can't burn.
They desire war.
Like, what does war matter, you know? Like, we could bring it on, we could kill everybody. Whoa.
A chyron comes up on the screen that says ancient Egypt 3,000 years ago when it was ancient.
I mean, our god Morrissey has shown us so many things. How to plant crops, how to make knives and make knives more cool by putting them on our knees.
Yes. Super cool.
The camera zooms into a shot of the hut behind him. Etched in it is some kind of like tribal writing. There's a cryon under it that says, "Meat is murder."
We must describe our ways and pass them on. This power must continue in one that deserves it.
That is why we must go to war. So that we can spread veganism around the world.
A chyron comes up that says the Daily Tattletale, present day, when it is now.
Hey, Chief, I got that story that I promised.
Spit it out, boy!
I'm sorry, Chief, I'm sorry. I'm nervous.
Where's my story?
I've got your story right here. It's about the new crime infestation in the city. I'm sorry.
Why are these pieces of paper so goddamn crappy?
Well, sir, you know that I'm an environmentalist, and I believe that using recycled paper, and I also believe that meat is murder, and I just believe that anything you can do that's environmentally responsible is going to be good for the environment and for you. Well, you know, that doesn't matter. I think we should add in an economics.
Don't come in here and tell me how to do my job.
I was just brainstorming.
As the editor yells at the boy, we close up in on him, and the camera zooms around and we see all the pictures of all of his achievements, including Metro City's greatest editor for 5 years running. We kept that.
I mean, I know you're Metro City's greatest editor for 5 years running.
5 years! You're only 6 in May.
Hold on, I'm going to be there in the front row cheering you on, sir.
Don't do that.
I'm going to be watching it at home cheering you on, sir.
I guess that's
But see, I was just doing some doodles, and I thought that, you know, what if...
I wanted a story on the trash pickup changing from Thursday to Friday. What is this? Is that you?
Well, it's a version of me. It's like if I were different, you know, if I weren't me and didn't have my life now, and just like imagine it, and imagine if things were different.
As he imagines, the camera like pulls away from him and zooms into the window next door. It hits a microphone falling out of the window. We follow the camera down and then we open up upon the lab.
Post-its, notes. How will I remember? I've got to stop spilling chemicals on my Post-it notes.
The camera pans in on her hands working feverishly away on the Post-it notes. As a sandbag from the top just kind of lands in the background. We got back.
I Just gotta help humanity remember what's important.
Shell, you shouldn't be here. It's much too late to be in the lab.
I know, Dr. Withers, but I can't leave this laboratory until I've done something or other with Post-it notes.
You see, this man has very sharp, ugly features. He's gray along the side here, has deep wrinkle lines and a sharp, long nose.
He is holding in his hand just a raw steak.
Shell.
I'm really not hungry, Dr. Withers.
No, this was for me. I was getting up to get a late night snack. I didn't expect you to be here still.
Careful, Dr. Withers.
Look,
I don't know what the contamination on my Post-it note soaked chemicals will do.
We cut to an extreme close-up of the Post-it note soaked in chemicals. They are just bubbling over.
The note itself says meat is murder. And as it begins to bubble, we hear the opening chords to this charming man.
We come back. Oh, I thought you would be worried about my raw meat.
I'm also a vegan, so I don't care for that.
Okay, I'm sorry, but sure, honestly, it's too late. You work yourself to death. You don't need to do this.
But humanity has to remember small, important things that are not important enough to put in your short-term memory or long-term memory, but you know that you need to remember them. So you write them down on a Post-it note, then put it in an important spot so you'll see it. So you'll be like, oh, there's a Post-it note on my fridge that says, I need new milk. Don't drink the milk that's in the fridge. How will people remember that if I don't do this?
That's what you've been doing all
That's
day?
what I'm for.
As they're speaking, we close up on his hand. He is absent-mindedly moving his steak closer and closer to the chemicals.
Dr. Withers, no!
Oh, I forgot.
Dr. Withers, no! No! No, all of the
As he
gas
takes a bite, the meat starts to explode. He gets an outside shot of the laboratory as a beautiful explosion.
We cut back to the newspaper office.
Golly, Chief, what was that noise? It sounded like an explosion down at the Post-it laboratory. You better go check it out.
a gust of steam hit him in the face.
The camera closes up as the skin starts to become different colored Post-it notes. And they start freaking off.
Right next to the window, and we hear him hit the microphone and fall out of the top floor.
At the same time, the camera kind of goes out of focus for a minute and then slowly comes back into
It's like
focus.
that Hitchcock shot from Vertigo. We see him lying in the back of a garbage can.
Come on.
Are you alive?
Pick up laundry. Eggs at the grocery store. Meet Tony at the movie. I don't even know a Tony.
We come to the interior of a jewelry store. There's several masked men standing around with crowbars bashing into the glass case.
I love crime.
The best! My parents weren't around very much!
I hate my dad.
Hey, you crooks! Oh, old man Withers! What are you doing at your jewelry store?
I told you crooks to never come around my jewelry store ever again.
We're not afraid of you, old man.
Yeah, you look like my dad that I miss a lot.
You remind me of an uncle who once bought me a gift.
Yeah.
An amazing fight scene pursues with sounds of somebody hitting the microphone as a puncher.
Take out our aggression and sadness on him.
All of a sudden, the screen goes to black and you hear more punches going on. The lights come back up.
Oh, suddenly I want to pick up my dry cleaning really bad.
That's the last time you masked crooks are gonna mess with old man Withers, let me tell you.
I've got to return my books to the library.
Oh God, I can't let the stove on.
I should start some kind of Roth IRA.
plain clothes across the table from an old woman.
And Elizabeth,
Yes.
I have something to tell you.
Yes. What is it, sweetie?
I know you're going to think it's just a phase.
Oh, honey, you've been through a lot of phases. It might be.
I know that you've been doing my laundry for the last, since my parents died all those years ago.
And I'm happy to do it, sweetie.
And I know in the last week you found Post-its in my clothes.
That's true.
Next door we see a thing of laundry with just like flannel shirts with Post-it notes covering them.
You're probably wondering why that's happened.
I mean, there were a lot
We
of...
close up on our hero as he starts to give his confession.
You see, there was an explosion.
He begins to sweat, and Post-it notes fall off of him and say, "Be more vulnerable."
If you don't open up, no one will ever know you.
And I didn't mean to get caught in that explosion, but I did.
Remember to tell the people you love that you really love them.
And I love you, Aunt Elizabeth. I love you so much. I would never do anything to hurt you, but Aunt Elizabeth, I think I've turned into a freak.
Come back.
Oh, honey, I love you too. You'll never be a freak to me.
Aunt Elizabeth, I just excreted 5 Post-its in your hand.
What is this? Where are they coming from?
Well, I think you're supposed to call Ethel.
Oh, God.
We've come to the outside of like a big butcher shop. There's a logo of a cow like kind of blinking in fluorescent light. We zoom in and see that it's like an abandoned warehouse, but all the conveyor belts and everything are still there. Standing in front is the woman from the science lab earlier.
Meat is wrong. Meat is wrong. Meat is wrong. I can't write enough Post-its for all of these packages of meat. God, if only there was someone that could help me.
The camera cuts to the shot of a large garage door as it raises up, and 2 meaty legs as the man from earlier starts squatting in, but now he's just made of raw, dripping meat. And he comes up behind the scientist. Sheriff.
Ah! Mr. Withers, you're a meat man.
You are what you are, right? Humans
You are what you ate. You
No.
ate that. You could have said that. It would have sounded great.
Look, I didn't come here to take notes on my word.
I did come here to give notes.
Oh, God! Look, you have Cheryl, there's greatness inside of you. You should rub the chemicals we've been working on you. You should join me.
That sounds weird.
I didn't mean it like that. It's like there's perks that come with this. I went to an NKO TV concert and I got right to the front of the line.
New Kids on the Block?
Yeah!
Did you use the acronym? You're like 80.
I know who
I don't know what
Jordan.
that is.
I think it is. Look, you're misguided. I need you on my side. Meat is not murder. Meat is meat, right? Is that what the...
You're murder now, Mr. Withers.
They suddenly freeze in place as crayons come on the screen. The producers wish to acknowledge that they very much respect all opinions on this, and we would like to thank our product placement sponsors in the meat industry. Back to the live show.
Not that there's anything wrong with meat in a balanced diet. It's very good for protein.
Yes, on the pyramid that exists in this time, there's a second tier, and it should be like on that second tier.
It is. As long as the rest of a balanced meal is going to be very important for a growing body.
Not too many sugars. Keep
Not
those
too
two
many
over.
Exactly. But anyway.
Oh, I'm telling you. Look, we can do great for this city. It needs to be rebuilt.
No.
New things need to happen.
No.
Meat needs to be eaten.
Mr. Withers, no, I'm afraid. I'm afraid. You became a meat man. I hear that there's a Post-it man. I'm just wearing a shabby old dress from Ann Taylor Loft. I don't want to become Ann Taylor.
We
ninth shot. Aunt Elizabeth is walking alone in the park. There are footsteps behind her.
What a beautiful night.
Hey, lady. Give me your purse. Oh! Yeah, give me your purse, or I'm gonna shoot you. Oh, no, I'm a criminal. I will shoot you. Boom! Now I got your purse anyway. You shouldn't have fought back.
And now that we see Post-it Man swoop down from a tree of some sort.
Hey, Aunt Elizabeth, sorry I'm late. I forgot to write it on a post-it that I was meeting you.
That's ironic.
No! What happened?
Time to make my escape.
We see him hop onto just like a three-wheeled scooter and start darting away from the car.
Aunt Elizabeth, stay with me.
The camera pulls in close to the two of them as she gives her dying speech.
It gets like ridiculously close.
Promise me you'll do good in this world.
A post-it comes out of his mouth that says, "Don't die."
I can't help it, I'm going.
We cut to a shot from above them with her in his arms, and it begins to rain down upon them.
But the rain is all post-it notes.
Yeah.
With water droplets drawn on them.
Well, a soft acoustic remix of the right stuff by the New Kids on the Block.
Use your power for good, my sweet boy.
We fade to black as we then cut to the Metro City all-vegetarian food truck convention. And we see in the middle of the food truck as it smashes open, Mr. Withers come flying out. As several food truck owners cower at his sight.
Hey guys, you got a problem with meat?
Oh, we just think that there's diversity and room for all different kinds of proteins in this world. And to be honest, it's really wasteful in a lot of ways.
And some people it just doesn't settle well with their stomach.
Oh, really?
We freeze frame as another chyron comes up and says the producers would once again like to thank the Hormel Corporation who produced
Look, I jumped in here backwards so that I could tell you guys, you better change your ways. There's a new boss around town. You hear me?
Okay, just stop dripping on me. It's disgusting.
Look, it's part of a well-balanced diet.
Because that can be part of my diet, but I'm not saying it's not part of somebody's diet.
Where do you get your protein from?
Well, like beans, and there's lentils. Yes.
There's a lot of sin in this city. A lot of
Really not that bad.
You got to get more minds. And I'm gonna change it.
to the editor's office to see Post-it Man and the editor standing together looking down over the carnage, which also is on the same block that the newspaper and that laboratory that blew up earlier is on.
Gosh, Chief, it's been a busy block here.
Shit, this is great! This is it. This is your story, kid.
It's all that destruction. It's not great.
It's great for ratings. Gotta stop smoking these.
Here. Stop smoking. You're gonna trust me to do this story, Chief?
We zoom in on the newspaper they're looking at. It has a headline, "Posted Man saves one man, doesn't save this lady. Seems emotionally attached to the lady who was not saved."
There's a smaller article right here that says news headlines suddenly becoming much longer than they have any right to be.
There's another one that says opinion piece. Post-it Man should probably do something about this, but you know, this doesn't need to seem like a plot point or anything.
Look, it's a Doonesbury cartoon. Some guy's just talking to like an idea of too much head.
Below that is a Dear Abby advice column, and somebody's like, "Do you think Post-it Man should do something?" Dear Abby's like, "Absolutely, he should do something."
Even below that is an advertisement for the Hormel Corporation. One diet, you should eat it, and then all
going to assign me on this story, I have to help one way or another.
I'll sign you on it. It'll be your chest.
Really?
Yeah. And I don't want you bringing it in on any crappy pieces of paper either. I don't want the titles long. And I want a picture of this posted man.
I'm on it, Chief.
We cut back to the food fair. Now it's just a land filled with meat. All of the food trucks are suspended in giant meat columns.
Yeah, there are some that are hanging on like meat hooks attached to trees. You're too late, Posty. You're too late.
You're that meat man that's been terrorizing this city and in particular this food market.
You know what they say. You are what you are.
Isn't that how
What
they...
do you eat? Come on,
Oh God! You get out of here!
No! I'm not going to let you do that anymore. I've got a post-it reminder for you.
What?
Go to the butcher shop!
That hurt! That seriously hurt! Oh, I'm gonna meat drip juice all over you.
Well, I'm going to post it all over you, my non-friend.
We cut to a wide shot as their battle commences. It's an awesome-ish stop-motion animation meat man with a green screen-in hero. Well, the special effects at this time were thousands of dollars.
Even though you had nothing to do with the death of my beloved aunt, I'm going to take out my rage upon you, meat man!
That's what this is all about.
Obviously.
We cut back to the close shot.
Well, what's all your meat rage about?
My meat rage is that people are getting weak. Society is crumbling upon us. And it's all due to this Morrissey and his prophecy.
We're fighting again.
Oh God!
The opening chords of How Soon Is Now start.
Wait. Look, I can obviously tell that we are equally matched.
Yes, a post-it is obviously an equal match for a raw hunk of meat.
Touche. Is that how that's used? Touche?
Yes, that's how that's used. Very good.
Oh God.
We cut back to the close-up.
Look. If you stop trying to convert people to your weird ways, I'll leave you alone, man. But if not, the city's mine.
This city is...
Listen to him, my sweet boy.
My ways aren't weird. My ways are the ways of remembering. My ways are the ways of setting yourself a reminder so that you don't have to have every single fact in your head every day of the week. You can have reminders all over your house, your apartment, your shack, whatever you want. But you know what? You would never do that. You would never succumb because all you care about is eating meat. All you care about is just stuffing that filthy, raw meat down your throat so that you can become an even bigger, more horrible meat man.
Okay, you got me. Is that what I hear? You got me.
We cut to a shot of the meat man falling into a pit of electricity as his own destruction caused his own death. He's fried and crackled as he's electrocuted. The smell is fantastic.
Cut to an extreme close-up of a post-it note. It says, "Don't forget, barbecue on Friday."
As we cut back to Meat Man on the ledge, we see a sign next to him that says, "Danger, street level cliff." Next to here, do not step over, not guarded at all.
Constant electricity storm within.
Brought to you by the Hormel Corporation.
We cut from there to a shot of post-it man's empty desk at the newspaper office. There's just a post-it there that says, "Don't forget the street level cliff." We cut back. Meat man, I think you've met your match this time. The city's going to be safe from you. And you know what the city's also going to be safe for? Post-its.
I didn't know Post-its had a problem existing in our culture.
Look, you may defeat me, but meat will live on. Meat always lives on. You are what you meet.
That's not right!
fade in on a large newspaper headline that says, "Post-its now safe for everyone, no longer illegal, thanks to the efforts of Post-it Man, who also beat a man made out of meat." And we're sorry about this headline. There's not going to be much newspaper left, but if you look inside, there's the picture for this story, which is on the next page. It's the first one.
After the Hormel advertisement.
Fade to black as our credits begin to roll.
You got the
Stuff,
The second song in the credits is actually a cover of Morrissey's "How Soon Is Now," covered by New Kids on the Block. We go from here to a post-credit scene. We open up in the laboratory with the young scientist.
I've done it. I've become Ann Taylor. You're so fun.
We look around and we see like beautiful, nice mirrors around her, and like full-length mirrors. There's just racks of beautiful like cashmere sweaters and silk skirts behind her.
So reasonably priced for today's businesswoman. We cut to black.
And that's the end of our first movie. As you all know, came out in 1987, and it wouldn't become a cult classic for many, many years. So the actor John Adams, who played Post-it Man, went on the Hormel teaching circuit, I believe. And we happen to have some footage of that, of different schools that he would talk to about the ways Post-it notes were not a danger to society anymore.
So, you're going to hear a lot of stuff in school. Don't listen to what they tell you in school, okay?
Who are you? I haven't seen your movie.
What are you eating?
I'm eating pork and beans by Hormel. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't bring enough.
Can we have some? Oh,
I'm sorry.
Isn't that like fattening or bad for you?
You know, the interesting thing is, meat is actually an important part of a daily balanced diet. It is the top of the food pyramid. If you see my movie, you'll learn you are what you meet. Get it? You are what you meet.
None of us have seen that movie.
No, and that's not how that goes, is it?
No.
it's our you are what you eat.
What you eat.
It sounds better that way.
Mister, is it true? My cousin says that quinoa is a good source for protein and that meat really can have negative effects over a long amount of time.
Cause it's a little punk.
I have a question. It's 1989. What's quinoa?
Quinoa? I don't know. My cousin went overseas for the military for a while and he came back with a lot of words I don't understand. That was one of them.
Wow.
Where's my agent? Who booked me this gift? And now we open